Hi everyone, welcome to another update for my journey to be an AI entrepreneur. So yeah, this month, December has been quite a ride. I've been to a lot of events and made a lot of connections and experience so far. So I'll just talk about firstly, the events that I've been going to the past 1 month. So one major event was definitely YFS, Youth Founder Summit. It was definitely one of the best experiences that I've had. It was uh I feel the thing that I learned the most is not really got to do with the content, because the content is something that I've learned through my own self-study, but it's more got to do with finding my co-founder, because I realized it is really difficult to find someone who is similar minded, have a similar interest, yet have a complementary skill set. Because I myself, I'm looking for a technical person, because I'm, at least for now, my technical skills is not up to standard yet, but it'll be really helpful to have someone who know how to do a lot of coding and uh, knows a lot more about AI compared to me. So that's something that I find a real challenge. And from YFS, everyone were actually younger than me, but despite the age difference, they were all very enthusiastic, and they there are many interesting ideas that they have come out, uh, and I was able to debate with them and discuss about the feasibility of the idea. And actually, during the YFS, we came out with many different ideas, but due to the time crunch, we decided to settle on one, which, to be honest, I think there's a lot of improvements regarding that. I initially thought that I could find my co-founder, which got to do with the real estate industry, as but I perhaps I may have too high of expectations due to the fact that all of them are younger than me, so they may not be very interested in the real estate industry, which is more got to do with the older adults. But anyways, it's still quite a good experience. Is I've talked to a few mentors about their experience in YFS, so definitely made a lot of connections, especially from the international side. There's a lot of students who come from like Cambodia, India, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, and I see that they have a different way of thinking, and it's something that I really would like to learn more about and expand my network in the future. So moving on, I also participated in a hackathon. So that was my first ever hackathon, held by SUTD, which is my future school, and I meet a lot of great people there. Actually, it's quite a culture shock, because I participated the in this hackathon with my army friends. Fortunately for me, we all work well together. We were able to discuss and debate one another about the feasibility of our idea, and we were able to successfully come up with a final product, which is a website, and which you can look at my LinkedIn profile, which I reposted my friend's LinkedIn post regarding that event. And it was quite an eye-opening experience, because at first I was quite nervous uh, regarding my technical skill is definitely not up to standard. So perhaps there's a very big limitation, especially in something to do with a hackathon, which requires a lot of technical skill. But luckily we could help one another, and we were able to come up with a final product, and that was something that I was very happy about. Definitely there's a lot of rooms for improvement, especially in terms of my pitching. I feel that because I lack the technical skill, I should really improve on my non-technical skill, which is like my pitching, my sales, and my way of speaking and persuading others. So that's something that I really need to improve on. And regarding the hackathon, yeah, just like I said about the culture shock, I realized that over there the people are definitely more hands-on. They don't really discuss that much compared to my team, which we actually discuss a lot and perhaps make quite a bit of noise in the room. But looking at the other teams, have a very brilliant idea. It's very niche and specific, and it targets the actual target group. They know how to really generate the problem statement very clearly. That's something that I myself need to improve on. And in the end, the teams that were in the same room as us were achieved top 3 in their own category, which my team didn't. So definitely there's a lot of things to learn from them. Yeah, so I feel these kind of events is something that will be etched into my mind for a long while. Definitely an experience that I don't regret going to. Learned so many things, made a lot of connections, and I had a lot of fun especially. So that week was really a high value week for me. And I really highly recommend for those people who want to do great things and achieve great things to participate in these kind of competitions. Yeah, so moving on, I'll just be talking about like my actual business idea. The last video I said that I have a idea in the rental industry, and I wanted to develop it and present it during the YFS competition itself, but unfortunately not many people who want to work with me in this idea, but I'm still persevering through. I'm still pushing through because I have a team at the back end who are my friends, and they are willing to help me with this idea. So we are still working on it. Mainly our objective is to validate the problem by doing a lot of interviews, and that has been quite a long drawn process, but it's still something that I cannot skip because um, the most important thing about entrepreneurship is definitely the start where I need to validate whether it's an actual problem and an actual pain point in the industry. So I heard that usually companies take around 6 months to even 1 year to validate a specific problem. So I still have time. There's no rush. I'm just gonna keep consistent and work on it. And then because of that, I came out with a kind of an MVP slash prototype, which is a Telegram bot, which I will show right now. So this is a quick MVP slash prototype of my product. So over here is all the code that I have written. So I'm just gonna run it. So just gonna wait until it says bot is running. This may take a while. So bot is starting. So you go to your Telegram. This is a chatbot. Right /start. You ask whether your tenant or landlord. Let's start with the landlord. What is the rental price for your unit? Let's say 1,500. Address Bishan. How many rooms? Renting out one. The room is a common room. How many bathroom? One. The size. Describe. Maybe there's two female Indonesian students currently in the unit. Cleaning service, yes. Do you cover utilities? Yes. My name is Stefan. Upload 3 photos. So I'll just upload one photo of the bathroom. You say upload 2 more. Upload a picture of the kitchen. One more. And upload the picture of the room. Thank you all will be notified after you, so everything will be stored in the database. Then for the tenant, let's say I'm a tenant, I'm asking for 1,500, then you stay for 6 months, maybe just 1 km, yes, laundry, yes, all females, yes, No. Stephen, 20, and let's say I'm a female also, and I'm from Indonesia, so I like to study here, so student pass. So all the details will connect you with a landlord soon. So in my database, we split into tenant and landlord. For landlord, as you can see, this is the folder, all the listings, the pictures. For listings, is in JSON format. Immediately, without the user knowing, actually, they'll collect your Telegram handle. Then same as for the tenants. Go in, listings, same thing, females. So that's for my MVP. Yeah, this Telegram bot is really I'm quite happy with what I've created, and definitely need to, but this is still just a prototype and just an idea. The actual solution itself is still under a lot of discussion. Not very sure whether this will be a feasible product for my problem, but just see how it goes. Then moving on, yeah, I made a lot of network connections with the YFS hackathons, and also because I've been doing a lot of research in the real estate industry. I've talked to quite a number of real estate mentors who are very helpful to share with me their experience, and I learned a lot. And I compiled my learning points into one very distinct point, which is Proptech, which is property technology, which is something that I'm very interested in. It's definitely not a very easy business because one, you need deep pockets, need a lot of capital to make this work. And at least for now, obviously, I don't have any capital. My pockets are not very deep, but that can be resolved through investors. So if I can validate the problem that I have, I pitch it well to my investors, perhaps I can get some funding from them. Secondly, I need to satisfy multiple stakeholders. Let's say for the real estate, for the rental industry, one stakeholder is definitely the landlord, the tenant, property agent, the real estate legality system, the government, perhaps like insurance, documentation. There's like a lot of stakeholders that I have to really connect them together in order to make a good holistic solution that benefits all aspects, because my solution is mainly to be like the bridge that connects everyone together, but to know the middle point, the nice middle point that can benefit everyone, is definitely a big challenge right there. And thirdly, we require a lot of technical expertise. And at least for now, I'm not very sure how to implement AI into this. The only simple concept of AI is just the chatbots, but that can go so far. Perhaps there's other ways I could incorporate like AI solutions into that, which is what my friends are trying to research on. But yeah, I definitely need a lot of technical expertise in order to create a solution that could effectively target the problem. Okay, and then next I'll just be talking about my future plans. So yeah, this is the end of 2024. It's quite a ride. This year has definitely been a very fulfilling year for me. I've developed myself in terms of my knowledge, especially I became more knowledgeable. Experience wise, I definitely have a bit more experience because I've done a few projects here and there, like social media pages and also my previous co-living project. So I that's something that really helped me in this year in terms of experience. Yeah, also in terms of my network, I expanded a lot of my network. I connected to many different bright minds, and not only my age but also with senior mentors who have a lot of expertise and experience in their field. So that really helped me a lot this year. So this year is definitely really one of the best years that I have in terms of development. And now on to my goals for next year. So next year, I realized after talking to many people, especially my mentors, and even during the YFS itself, I realized I really lack solid, concrete, hard skills. It may not be technical skills, but because at least for now, my technical skills is not up to standard, I should really develop my soft skills, which is got to do with sales, marketing, pitching, persuasion, the business aspect. So there's something that I really need to develop my skill in. So what is skill? Skill is actually applied knowledge. Now that I have a lot of knowledge through reading books, watching YouTube videos, and talking to people, I really need to apply them. So that is my main objectives for next year. I'll take 1 year to really upskill myself. So I've gone into the sales internship in a digital marketing agency, which I'll be posting about in my LinkedIn in the future when I start. And I'm really excited for that. I'm most likely gonna learn a lot from that experience. It's 6 months, at least a minimum of 6 months experience. Ideally, I can gain as much experience in terms of gaining leads, communicating with my potential clients, hosting a meeting, and lastly, most importantly, to close a sale, because there's the main aspect of sales. So that's something that I'm very excited about. Secondly, I feel that I should really start small. Even though I said in the past that I have to really think big, which is a good thing, but from the sharings from my mentors, they all have something in common which I can identify, which is like a pattern. They all have experience or expertise in that industry for many multiple years, and they only start their business, like their big business, after they have done a few small ventures in the past when they were younger. And since this is the pattern and pathway of how entrepreneurs go, and I say that my journey to be an AI entrepreneur, it will be a long drawn one. It's not just a 1 or 2 year thing. It's at least a 10 to 20 years kind of journey. I feel that I should really develop some skills in terms of, because I say I want to be an AI entrepreneur. There are some aspects of AI can leverage on, especially the tools, where, for example, I watched a YouTube video about the AI specialties or AI expertise, which is include like AI automation. For example, Make.com and Notion, all these platforms require some skills to develop, like an automation system, which could be useful for people. Chatbots. Chatbots is something that I guess, my current expertise, because I've been researching quite a bit of it, and I generally know how to create a chatbot. And there's also other aspects like AI voice bots, like how banks, when you call the customer service, the first response is like a robot. It isn't a human who answers your queries. So that's something that I could also touch on. Basically, I need to develop some skills, some high income skill which I could leverage on and make my small pot of gold. So that's something that I really need to work on, and I plan to learn a skill, at least one skill that I can leverage on outside of my internship, got to do with AI, and ideally find some customers and provide some value to them in terms of my skills, and definitely to make some money from that. So that is something that I plan to do for next year. Yeah, so that's over that's overall what I plan to do for next year. Carry on doing my daily routines, keeping consistent, reading my books every month, and just keep learning, stay hungry, stay humble, and just work hard. So that's my goal for next year. So yeah, thanks for watching. This year has been a blast, and hopefully next year will be a better one. Thank you.